National security officials announced Russia and Iran are actively working to influence the U.S. election. Pete Williams reports on what U.S. officials say they'll do to make sure every vote counts.
As voters in Florida and several other states lined up for early voting, some received threatening messages in their email inboxes. The sender appeared to be a far-right group known as the Proud Boys, known to support President Trump. "You will vote for President Trump on Election Day, or we will come after you," the messages said, and urged the recipients to change their party registration to Republican. But the director of national intelligence says the real senders were in Iran.
We have already seen Iran sending spoofed emails designed to intimidate voters, incite social unrest, and damage President Trump.
It isn't just Iran that got its hands on voter data, Ratcliffe says. So did Russia in a repeat from the last presidential election.
Although we have not seen the same actions from Russia, we are aware that they have obtained some voter information just as they did in 2016.
President Trump said Wednesday night both Iran and China want him to lose.
The first call I'll get after we win, the first call I'll get will be from Iran saying, let's make a deal.
A Florida man, Jason Vogel, says he got one of those messages. He says he worried it could have an effect.
My biggest concern is it's going to alienate some voters, potentially keep some people home, and erode their ability to vote.
Election security officials say just because the Iranians and Russians managed to get voter data doesn't mean they've hacked into registration databases, because much of that information is publicly available anyway. A law enforcement official declined to say who in Iran actually carried out the fake email operation, but said they appeared to be acting at the direction of the Iranian government.
The White House says President Trump has directed intelligence agencies to monitor any attempts to interfere in the election. And Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to be an associate judge on the Supreme Court is moving to the full Senate. The Senate Judiciary Committee voting today to send Judge Barrett's nomination onto the Senate, with all Republicans voting in favor and all Democrats boycotting the proceeding. Their seats filled with images of people they say would lose health care coverage if the Affordable Care Act is overturned. The ACA is the key case coming before the Supreme Court next month. And one of America's largest banks has pled guilty in a foreign bribery scheme. Acting Assistant Attorney General Brian Rabbitt announced that Goldman Sachs agreed to pay nearly $3 billion to resolve the probe. Goldman was accused of helping a corrupt Malaysian financer steal billions from a $6.5 billion development fund. That money was supposed to help build the country's economy. And elderly people have become more isolated due to the pandemic, but one group of seniors has managed to socially distance while getting some exercise in too. We'll have the details next on Valley News Live at 4.